We started back, I think around 66, 67 C-class cars, and then progressed onto the Bombers, which is my favorite class. We had Larry Tangway drive us, a guy named Arnold McDermott drove, and Homer drew. Yeah, and I actually worked for Homer for a while. He was a really nice guy. And Larry, they were good drivers. And, you know, Rick, you know, I've known all these guys. I can remember my first time on the track was, I think it was in '71. We did the best looking car parade. And my father and my brothers, you know, why don't you take it out? So I went out about 5 miles an hour, and I think you was a friend who was driving the 43 coupe, and I was behind them. About 10 miles an hour going around for the judge the best looking car, and I thought, wow, this is easy. You know, I can't wait. I want to go. Yeah. A few weeks later, I found out I got in the 62, and I spun out 3 times in the first heat. And then 73 came along, and they started the D class, and I started doing the D classes races. And the first week we had like 6 cars, and then a few weeks 42 cars.
Yeah.
So I did the D class for back in Phil Hershey and Mike Rick, and the Johnsons. So I did that for a while. I stopped racing for a few years, not many, and I came back. And then the vintage stuff came along, and it was mostly just like the Beech Ridge Summer Fest showing them, and then Wicked Good started racing them. And so I've been doing that for quite a few years now. I got the replica 62, the yellow coupe, and then I built one of Bob Babb's. I run that at Unity once in a while now on the dirt. Once in a while we go on pavement with it. So it's always been the Bombers for me. But I loved all 3 classes, A, B, and C, and I liked it when it was simple like that. You know, even with 3 classes, they filled the stands, you know, and yeah. I mean,
yeah, they filled them all right.
Yeah, and I can remember back when I was about 15 and 16, I'd buy cars from Dick Wolstenhulme, and I'd go see Phyllis like Friday night on my paycheck, like layaway, I'd give her $15 right in her little butt. So yeah, but no, I liked the dirt with the oil clay. It was unique.
So Allan, you raced at Beech Ridge and Arundel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beech Ridge, Arundel. You know, the vintage stuff I'd done Oxford. And basically, had a lot of divisions, cars, but master and none, that type of thing. You know? Had a good time. And, you know, it's been a big part of my life. Like I said, I'm still doing a little bit of it now.
Yeah. So when you were at Arundel, if I'm not mistaken, you ran the 04 car?
Yeah, for another guy that lives in South Florida. We had a couple of the 04.
What was his name?
His name was George Maley.
Okay,
yeah.
That sounds familiar.
We raced down there, and then Gary Pulsico was a good friend of mine. Him and I raced together for a long time. Using my number and colors there, the 62, and we'd race Arundel.
Okay.
Arundel was running Sundays then. I think it was the last of them running down there.
Okay.
So we'd go to Beech Ridge on Saturday night and down Arundel Sunday.
Yep. And so you and your brother would switch off, right, driving?
Yeah, one time we had 2 04s we both drove together.
Okay.
We actually had 3 at one point down there at Beech Ridge. But yeah, no, my memories of Beech Ridge are great through my life.
Yeah.
Then, I kind of miss the old days. You know, I mean, nothing wrong with what they do now, but you know, I liked it when my father was living. My 2 brothers, we were racing. And Saturday night was the thing. You know, that's what we did. My father ran a gas station at Foster's Corner and Window. And Saturday afternoon, we had somebody that didn't care about racing, watch the pumps and stuff, and we started loading up and headed for Scarborough.
That's awesome.
I remember way back, my uncle lived on the Holmes Road there, next to Bridges, Stan Bridges' house. Okay. And he had an old-fashioned house trailer. And we'd come down and stay there because we were from Farmington, way back the early days in the 60s. And you got to sit there and watch all the cars go by on the open trailers, you know.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a thrill to watch them, you know. And tell which ones went over the overpass. Yeah. You'd hear them rattle, you knew everything.
Yeah, I wish that they would bring back open trailers more often. Now they're all closed up and you can't even tell what's in them.
Yeah,
so.
It's a seasonal exit to the Maine Turnpike that you could just sit right there and watch them go.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I got tons of memories. I opened them all up. I'm not much of a talker, but I would be all day.